Hello everybody, this is Fallen from OTB and welcome to the OTB Showcase, number 5 we're at right now. And we are currently in a war right now, but we're going to go back to the GGC Army where we laid a little beat down there. A couple good attacks on their side, but for the most part, we did pretty well, and they had some issues on our TH9s. They were a 2-star clan coming at us, and that's what you're going to get out of that. And we had some issues on their TH10s, but we did some major good work here on the 9s. We left a couple behind. We did leave a TH8 behind, which we're still really trying to correct and work on. But what I want to do is kind of a mini segment here, and I have a couple really cool attacks to show. But I really wanted to focus on the Go Low Wee Wee attack, or the Go Wee Low, or whatever people want to call it these days. The simple golems with the witches backing them up and wizards, and it's going to be on the bases with kind of centralized air defense, or air defense you can get to quickly. And as we all know, those loons are for the back end then to deal with those defenses, since witches are they just have issues going the full distance of the base. So we're going to try and focus on that. And I know we've got, let's see here, we've got number 8 is the first one I kind of want to go over here real quick. By good old Sagris. He brought a really cool idea. You don't see the 3 golem option too much anymore, but this is kind of one of those bases where he's going to ninja in here on this wall to set up his pathing. Tank with that giant, sacrifice a few troops to make the whole raid overall go better. And he's going to start it really slow here with that golem down bottom, just a couple wizards to clean out that little area. And then he's going to start up on the top there as well. A couple more wizards just to get the work done on the outside. It's all about pathing, you guys, as this next golem comes in. It's about how long you anticipate they're going to be alive, and he's just going to sprinkle a couple witches, one to the top, one to the bottom, just to kind of clear along that row there, really set the pathing, and then he's going to commit to the right up the middle right there with that max golem, as kind of according to plan. In the Go Low Wee Wee attacks here, it's not necessary to pull the CC all the time, but now we're seeing some fat dragons get in there, so could be an idea. As he's jumping up over here into the core right now, all of these skellies are just pummeling the area in there. Everything's looking really good with on the tanking aspect of things. He's just working right around, and now the loons are coming in because the air Ds are down. It's pretty easy going at this point when you can get that really good cleanup, and he's just going to commit all the right things in the right spots here, and just overall do an incredible job at the cleanup process here. Look at all those defenses that are just taken out, and they didn't even touch any of the main core kind of stuff here. The witches are still healthy, queen is looking beautiful, and he's just working everything around. It's just absolutely over. There's no way to catch up to that kind of a strategy on the right base as he cleans up the rest here. And just perfect. He worked just symmetrically across the base. It wasn't the strongest base for sure, but it's going to hold a lot of people out. And there's these 2-star clans that are going to come in there, and they're going to get 2 stars. They're going to be happy with it. Well, that's a time you got to take over and take the advantage. That's just how it goes, you guys. How it be. And so here we're going to hit up number 10. This was Snow's attack. Now, swing a little bit lower. That's okay, just because whatever. Here's a pretty decent base that usually kind of stuffs the hog aspect of things, but he knew that he didn't want to use the loons on the back end, so he thought he could just be fine dealing with some hogs here on the back end. And I know this segment is on the Go Low Wee Wee, but there's a time and a place to be able to bring hogs, and it's always a necessary thing to consider here. So he's going to start 2 golems here bottom, dealing with that dragon there, that CC dragon. A lot of people are using that these days. And he's just going to start his royalty there on the bottom, moving up with the golems. They're going to split a little bit right here. Definitely notice them kind of going around. But he wanted to get up that jump, try and draw what he could middle. As, King, he's pretty much lost around the outside, not to the core. But he's going to get that queen here as she moves forward. Golems are tanking, so he's fine working his way around the outside. He did lose a few things here. But things eventually work their way here to that next layer, really heading inwards toward the base, and there's just not too many different directions to go. So you're gonna notice he's gonna, the witches are perfect to be able to use on just attacks where you can, there's open spaces and they can run down rows or big corridors. But anyways, he's starting those hogs up there. He lost a few. There's some bombs there that, we know this base from YouTube a little bit, but there are some bombs on each outside segment of the base, so that's fine. He's just going to continue to move forward, and enough things are alive. Queen and King haven't used their abilities yet, and he's just totally running this thing over. Hogs are... Sure, there was some that got beat up pretty hard right there to the bombs. It's okay. You can, really the goal is to take care of those outer defenses if your kill squad is still alive. And that's a great thing to do. And just epic cleanup here happening. Again, it swung a little bit lower, not a big deal. That's just how it freaking goes on some cleanup attacks and bases that are left. Another one here, Ashton, who's almost always a hogger in one way or another. However form, he's actually going to do the Golo Wee Wee here. Bring that along, and I haven't seen him do one of these attacks in, it could be months. I'm not sure. It could be months at this point. But anyways, I'm just checking over everything here at the last second, looking to get this attack rolling. He's going to come in here, do a little pathing work. Even up top. I missed that one right there. That's okay. He's got the minion kind of working his way down in the bottom, and here we go, just kind of slow. Notice how this attack is super slow, which is such a good thing for a base like this. You want to take your time and get all the things you need to down and kind of move forward in that good proportion. So he's got just an epic amount of witches right here. Forget it. Let's just send those things in, get in a jump right leading to core. The skellies are moving forward enough where they're going to trip the bomb core and nothing bad is going to die. And sure, there's a dragon in the CC. He's definitely confused. There's so much going on. The zombie army is attacking all around him. And he's jumping everything in here in the middle. Golem goes a little bit on the outside up top there, but he's going to send in a couple hogs to kind of be the support in the background there, even though there is a bomb. That's fine. It's just he's working this thing nice and slow as everything's finally moving together towards the core. And his queen is super healthy. King is still up as the CC goes down, and we're approaching the 1-star into the 2-star here very soon. And that golem still is top, but everything's moving together here. That's the purpose of this kind of attack, is you want to punch everything in together into the core, and you're going to kill things with all the defenses and stuff. And then here's the Lunes here for the back end. Just the super strong core, if you got witches that are alive, they're doing the tanking in the middle, and that's the whole purpose of the attack, is to do that kind of tanking. And these Lunes are just running it over, as if the base was just really not an issue at all. And people still don't bring these attacks. They bring 2-star comps, that is a go wipe, and they're going to lose their P.E.K.K.A.s around the outside, kind of like the King that went there. Witches just get in there, they go down those rows just fine. Everything works out wonderfully. So I want to do 2 more attacks here super quick. We got, that's kind of the end of the portion here so far. So number 6, we had a really nice maxed out TH9 hit by Sagris. The absolute beast at Gola Lune and similar attacks. And, we're dealing with maxed out defenses here. So he's going to be really careful about this one, and I think everything did such a good job. He's going to head towards that queen with the golem. We got a max golem, so we got a little bit of time. Really, we need to get that AirD down. We need to get that queen down. That's the overall goal of this, So he's got the he's got the wizards working his way in as the royalty then moves in towards that jump that he puts up right there. And he's just going to be super simple and just keep a few wizards back there to do the work. He's going to kill all those little things, and he's going to go after that dragon here shortly after. And dragon definitely gets in its pain. It's going to hurt you pretty good, but it's not the hugest threat in the world. He does get that AirD down, and he does actually kill this dragon that did give him some issues. But the queen's looking good, and as she goes down, she did her job. He's just going to send them in each kind of corridor right here and get these Lunes in. Notice how he uses these haste spells as well. He's going against the sweeper right now, so damage isn't necessarily what he wants, but he wants time. So he's going to get that haste up so they can then kind of bum rush everything towards middle. Everything else is coming in. He just calls it in that, just like the clockwork, like I say. He's moving it in like clockwork. He's taken out all these outside defenses, which were quite large on the outside, and just targeted balloons behind it, and a nice little heal there for just in case. Everything's fine in the core, so he's just going to use his heal down there as things are tanking a little bit, buying a little bit more time. He puts that haste up again to hurry up and get to that air defense and that air puffer. At this point right now, there's a lot of balloons up. There's a lot of little puppies flying around there, lighting things on fire and working their way around the base. And there's just too many Lunes alive right now for them to be able to handle it. So it's clearly over. That's a max TH9 going down. Just, the Gola Lune, if done correctly. We're looking at kind of a symmetrical base too, so it's just, once again, one of those things you want to bring the right comp to, and it's going to work out fine. I don't want to end this video with all TH9s. I want to do kind of a cool... there's so many good examples in this war, great attacks, but I really wanted to focus on some things. And just hit up Blackbeard's attack here on number 20. A perfect opinion to use the surgical hog method on a base like this. That's number 20. It's it's not the most upgraded in the world, of course, even for a TH8. And he's gonna make the best of it right here and work his things forward and get that CC pull. He's got plenty of space here up in the bottom, down in the bottom, I should say. And he's gonna kill all those little things so he can focus on the dragon at hand. And that dragon's working its way forward just a little bit. And a couple wizards there, hopefully there we go, a couple more to really get to the point there, get those things down, get that big fat dragon down. That's what you gotta do. You gotta sacrifice them all at once to make sure and assure that kill. Here comes the surgical right around the outside. He knew that there were going to be Teslas right there. He did test for them, which was good. But everything's just moving forward. Nice little heal there as they're just sweeping across the base so quickly. And they're level 4 hogs. They're gonna wreck TH8s and everything. But it's a base that he picked out, that knew that was the comp that was gonna work. Go wipe is, I always say it's not going to work. It's going to get you there, but it's not going to pick up the percentage or the last little corridor that they need to path under. There are so many hogs alive for cleanup right here. It's just totally freaking over. And just super nice attack there. Well picked out and well done. And a nice little bomb there to end that attack off. Perfect attack. We were up on that war. It wasn't really too much of an issue for us, but 52 to 34, we could have done a little better up in TH10ville, but no one's going to be too offended. Anyways, you guys, this was the War Showcase number 5 officially right here, you guys, and here we are. This is Fallen from OTB, signing off.